Hello, I'm Azaikyousuke. Welcome back to another update video. So I didn't think that I was gonna be updating you guys or recording this video today actually, since I just messaged someone on Patreon, one of the patrons that won the visual novel Let's Play pick, and I really thought that they weren't gonna respond to me that quickly. Bless Discord, because Discord has been an amazing platform for me to just able to contact people and they can get back to me pretty quickly. Because without Discord, I I think I told you guys this, but back during the first Patreon early days, I would legit had to message people and then even email them. But sometimes they would be using some junk mail when they signed up on Patreon, so it actually didn't go to their main email, right? So getting a response from people was very difficult during the very first early Patreon days. But thank God for Discord. So um if you guys are a patron on Discord, just link up your, or if you guys are a patron on Patreon, just link up your Discord and then sync it up on the connection setting thing, and you probably will be put into the Patreon only Discord for people that are patrons. So I do appreciate that. So for people that are new Patreon or patrons that aren't a Discord member, it's highly encouraged for you to do so. I still check messages on Discord, like direct messages and also community pages or community chats. But definitely Discord is the easiest way for me to explain or tell you guys that you want something, or if you even got a direct message to me, I'm usually on Discord and I'm on it on my phone, so I can just take my phone, take a look at it, and then reply pretty quickly. Unlike on Patreon, sometimes the notifications doesn't get shown for me, so I had to legit go on the Patreon website, and after that, it would update and show me that I have a message. So that's why my messages might be a bit more postponed there. But yeah, I actually got the message from one of the patrons, and the next visual novel playthrough is going to be. Let me take a look at the name of the game here. The Fairy Tale of Holy Knight Ricca, Two Winged Sisters. So this patron is actually has been an early patron for the longest time. And the reason why I already bought this game on DL site, this game has an English version, but I believe they use machine translation for it, so the English might not be the best. This probably might be the very first visual novel that's only going to be on Patreon. Since this is a 3D, like side scroller kind of game, and kind of get into really ridiculous circumstances, and you fight like orcs, giant giant blob monsters. So I'm assuming there's gonna be a lot of 3D hentai stuff. Along with me learning about the gameplay. I don't know whether or not this story is gonna be very like thought provoking like all of the previous visual novels that I've let's played, but this one for sure is gonna be something that I usually like. These type of games are something that I would do outside of making visual novel content for you guys on YouTube and Patreon usually. Like I still play visual novels, but for the most part when I'm recording a visual novel, I want to record, or I don't want to play too many visual novels that are story oriented, right? Because it's gonna make me forget about what happened in the current visual novel I'm let's playing. So I only play Nukige's on the side. And sometimes I do play Nukige with story, but lately I've just been playing Nukige with gameplay, like say Summer Memories, Winter Memories, the new like Kagura Game 1, the something no Sagashi Mono, which is literally just a Nukige. There's like gameplay elements to it, but there's not much story. You're basically just a little kid, or I guess someone a bit younger, and then you'd go to do something to your cousin's house for summer vacation and stuff. And yeah, that's that's the garbage that I usually play while I'm not really recording stuff. And they kind of just tickle my um my not adult fantasies. What am I looking for? My guilty pleasure. So those are my guilty pleasure. If you guys don't know, I've already explained this for people on Patreon, but one of my guilty pleasures is to just go to deal site and then list games that are really cheap, and I would buy them with a coupon, and I would just, you know, play them and laugh at myself or laugh at the game, or sometimes if the art is actually good, I would do something on my private time. But yeah, that is the next Let's Play for people on Patreon. So it's called The Fairy Tale of Holy Knight Ricca, Two Winged Sisters. As I said, this is probably going to be the first Patreon exclusive. If it does have some sort of any resemblance of a story, I will try to put it on YouTube. But once this episode or this update is out, the first episode won't be out yet since I will be recording that next week. But yeah, another update that I forgot to mention from you guys. Like, I've been holding out on this information, I guess, for the past 3 weeks or something. Basically, before I went to like Vietnam. Actually, it's been a month, huh? So I'm gonna be in a podcast with this channel on YouTube called Venture Podcast. It's hosted by MR and also Toros. So they contacted me, or at least MR contacted me, because he found me from my visual novel, or for my Venus Blood Frontier playthrough. And yeah, he's actually a very approachable person, a very nice guy to chat with, and overall, I think we bonded pretty well during the podcast, which we just recorded about 3 hours ago, was when we were done. So pretty nice to find someone, especially in this niche sort of genre that we can talk to about. And while the first recording session, I believe, is pretty nice, the second one, I think, was a bit of a tangent, and because we just don't have enough time to cram in what we want to say, I do think that the second podcast episode is a bit too rushed, I would say. So I still had an enjoyable time talking with Toros and also MR for sure. But yeah, I do think in the back of my mind, or not in the back of my mind, reflecting back to what was recorded on the second episode, I do think the 30-minute format that they have for each episode is a bit limiting, especially because me and MR kind of drag on our conversation about talking to, like, let's say we're talking about point A, we can go to point B, point C, point D before even going to the next topic at hand. So that was the reason why I felt that 30 minutes for that episode in particular was a bit too limiting. But yeah, if you guys are interested in watching the podcast, it's gonna be up next week, and I will link their channel on the description. But I believe that's about it from me. Also, update on 99, I am on episode 4, or as I call it, chapter 4, and pretty enjoyable. Much more enjoyable opening compared to all of the other chapters so far. But we'll see just how nice Noah is as a character and as a main heroine. But that's about all the update I have for today. So I believe I'm probably gonna be done with 99 in about, I'm gonna say a month, maybe a month and a half max. And then I'm gonna be making another update video about, choosing the next Let's Play. But yeah, in case you guys don't know, just put in any comment on any video about which visual novel you guys want me to Let's Play, and I'll put that into the pool of visual novels. But alright, I'll see you guys on the next update video, which is probably after 99 is done, as I said. See ya! Oops. Forgot my mouse is still on the other PC.